Good morning, second and third graders. It is Tuesday, April 28th. We're continuing to talk about Paul and Silas. Let's think about some difficult situations that we might face. They have here maybe a family illness, maybe money problems, family problems, difficulties in school. Those are things that kind of come our way in our life. Our first response to those is, we're sad, we're angry, we want to know why God would do it, or why do I have to go through this, or why am I not that smart, or how come I can't do this. Well, we're going to talk about how do we respond in difficult situations. How should we respond? Paul and Silas had a good response. They went through something bad. They were put in prison. That's not good. Were they doing anything wrong? Absolutely not. They were doing the work for God that He had wanted them to do, but they were put in prison for doing something bad. Okay? Sometimes in life, when we do what is right, bad things can still happen. In John 16:33, we're going to look at today, it says, I have told you these things, so that in me you may have peace. In this world you will have trouble, but take heart. I have overcome the world. As long as we live on this earth, we're going to experience trouble, sickness. There could be money problems or other kinds of suffering. But Jesus promised that we can have joyful peace. We can have peace in the midst of trouble. It says here, I've told you these things, that in me you may have peace. In the world you're going to have trouble. It says you will have trouble. Okay, we're going to have, everything is not always going to be perfect. Everything is not always going to work out great. We will have troubles. Okay, but Jesus says we can have peace. He also promises here He has overcome the world. Okay, Paul and Silas faced persecution. That means they were treated in a cruel way. Okay, they did what was right, but they were treated in a bad way. But Jesus tells us, like I said, He has overcome the world. So when life is hard, Jesus wants us to pray. Paul and Silas prayed and were singing praises to God. They weren't in there whining, oh, we're in jail again. I hate this. This is terrible. This is horrible. They weren't doing that. They prayed. They turned to God, which is what we need to do in a difficult situation right now, It can be scary with things going on right now, but God has it all under control. He's overcome the world. He's given us peace. We just need to pray and trust Him and to continue to obey Him. Others are going to see us. They're going to be watching us. They're watching people out in the world today, whether it's on social media, like, your parents are on Facebook, Instagram or stuff. People are watching Christians right now. What are they seeing? Are they seeing Christians trusting in God, praying, reaching out to others? That's what we need to be showing as a Christian. When you tell someone you're a Christian, they're going to watch you. People are going to watch you. When people know you're a Christian, they watch to see, how do they handle problems? Are they getting angry and mad and saying ugly words? Or are they stopping? Are they praying? Are they trusting God? And it's hard in a difficult situation. It's hard when something bad happens. But we need to work on now at a young age, trusting Jesus, going right to Jesus, trusting Him, and knowing He's going to take care of us, and it'll help us as we get older. Just remember the verse, that you can have peace in Jesus. There's going to be trouble in the world, but He's overcome the world. He is more powerful than anything going on around us. He's got it all in His hands. He's able to deliver us in every situation possible. I got a few different scenarios here, and I'm going to read them, and you can kind of think, how could you respond to that? Okay, Kenny shares about Jesus with some friends in the neighborhood. Well, they make fun of him and call him names. How could he respond? Well, I already know some of you would say pray for him. Okay, you could pray for the friends. Okay, he could pray for himself to continue to be a witness, and pray for those neighbors making fun of him. Sandra sees a classmate who has dropped something on the floor. When she tries to help her classmate, the classmate rudely says that she does not need any help. Okay, and that just wouldn't be very nice, would it? So you may think of some ways at home. How could you respond to that and be a good example? Okay, you may pray for her, or you may say, you can tell her you were just trying to help. Okay, Ian invites his cousin Eva to church. Eva says she'd never go to church because it's boring. Well, a lot of you know church isn't boring. Okay, you have fun things to do with the different kids in your church, and then you have awesome teachers who give different lessons. And you can tell her about it and say, just come one time. And of course, you can always pray for them. Ray's mom has still not found a job, even though she's been praying. Well, you can encourage them, maybe take supper over to them, and just spend time with them and let them know you'll keep praying for them. Sheila and Ella have been friends their entire life, but when Sheila starts praying and thanking God at meals at lunchtime, Ella doesn't want to pray with her. Okay, maybe she doesn't know what she's doing. Maybe you could explain to your friend why you're praying for them and talk about it. Maybe just pray for your friend. In all these cases, you could pray for the people. That's the greatest thing we can do for anybody else, is pray for them. Ask God to help them and help them in their situations. Serving God doesn't mean you're going to have an easy life. Being a Christian, getting saved, doesn't mean everything's going to be easy, but it does mean that God is there for you. He promises He will never leave you. He will always be with you. He's overcome the world, and He will work everything out to your good if you love Him. Okay? So I want to encourage you today to be a witness, and in these difficult times, trust God. You can pray for the world. You can pray for our city. You can pray for our county, and pray for protection. And trust that God has this all in His hands. He's got a different plan that we know. We don't know exactly what His plan is, but He's got this all under control, the virus stuff going on, and I hope you're enjoying some time with your family. I know you may be getting sick of each other and need a break, but get outside, run, get some exercise, and I will see you on Thursday.